Hello and welcome to another episode with Biker Budgee. In this episode, what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be making a luggage rack for my 2017 Honda Africa Twin. So stay around and find out exactly how I did it. Okay, so first of all, what I want to talk about is when I went away on a trip. I went on a little 2-day trip down to the coast, along the south coast of England. We had a great ride out. I used the Oxford waterproof bag and I put it on the back of my bike, strapped it to the back seat. And when I got back from the trip, I noticed there was marks on the bike from the straps. And the rubber from the bottom of the bag actually rubbed off onto the rack and left marks, so I wasn't happy. So I wanted to come up with a solution specifically designed for my bike by me. I didn't want to just go and get something, you know, from a well-known manufacturer that was already made up. I wanted to try and have a go making one myself. So I went and got some aluminium, started cutting it to shape. I'll show you some quick photos of the aluminium cut to rough shape on the bike. Here it is now. Okay, so I've got my rough shape cut out for the rack, but obviously it looks bulky, there's no shape to it. It's keeping with the lines of the bike where the handrails are, as you saw in the photos, but it's weighty. There's a lot of weight in it. So I decided to cut it to a shape and put some bends in it and things like that. So I got to a certain stage where I drew out the shape that I wanted. Here's the photos now. Okay, so I've got my shape drawn out on my piece of aluminium, and the problem that I came up against was cutting it. It's a 5mm thick sheet of aluminium, and I haven't got any sort of power tools that were man enough to cut it. Using a hacksaw and a grinder would have took forever, and I would have had to drill out all the little eyelet holes for the straps to go through. So I actually got stuck at this point, and I needed to get somebody else that had the proper tools and machinery to do the job properly. So what I actually done, phoned the guy where I actually bought the piece of aluminium from and asked him if he could cut the shape out and put the bends in it for me. So I went off to his workshop. So as you can see, I went off to the workshop. The guys put it on this big laser cutting machine and they measured it all out and did exactly to the shape and style that I wanted. And then they going to put the bends in it, and they used this huge machine. I'm in this fabricators, one of these funny machines. I've got my thing cut out, they're just going to bend it up here. Can't wait to see it on the bike, looks really good. Looks nice. From what I'm told, the machine that they do the bends in was £500,000 worth of equipment. Now there's no way I could afford to put that in my garage, so the guys did it for me. Going to do another test piece to make sure we got the right angle.
still...
Actually, I think that's just about right.
That's pretty close.
Perfect. That's lovely. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Really happy.
You've got this. See what I'm saying about this?
Yeah, that's fine.
You've got that. You've got that.
Yeah.
That's how I'll set up and do the other side.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you ever so much. I'm just setting the machine up to do the countersinks on the holes for me so that the bolts fit nice and flush and don't stick up. These guys here at it's JC Engineering, isn't it? Yeah, these guys here at JC Engineering do a great job. Really pleased with the work. And they kindly let me come in and watch and film it all, so even better. So I've got it on the bike and it actually fits perfectly. I can't believe how good it is. Obviously from a top view it's all done nice, and then underneath what I've done, if you can see under there, I've got these little spacers so that it actually raised up away from the actual frame of the bike. And then from a side view, it's got that nice kick up at the back, and then from the back actually kicks down at each side. The guys at JC Engineering done a great job on this. And if you can see there, the bolts are nice and flush, and I've got my little vent hole there. I think you'll agree that this almost looks factory finish. You would not think that this was designed by me. So happy with it. There we go. Okay, so I didn't actually make it all myself, but the shape and style and design, size was all my input. That I just basically didn't have the tools to do the job properly, which I think was my mistake. I think I bit off a bit more than I can chew, but I just want to say thank you to the guys at JC Engineering in Reading. They were very helpful, very kind, letting me go in and do all my filming. I'm sure the guy didn't like being filmed while working, but they let me do it and I really appreciate their time, so thanks to them. And anybody else out there that thinks that you can't do these things, it doesn't hurt to actually go and get some help sometimes. So, you know, don't feel, oh, I haven't got the tools. If you haven't got the tools, go and find somebody that can help you do the job. As you can see, my rack turned out really nice. I'm really pleased with it. And I look forward to doing some nice trips on that bike now, knowing my luggage is going to be safe and secure. And just one more thing I wanted to ask you guys was, what should I now do? Obviously it's a an unfinished piece of aluminium. It looks lovely, but it's not what I would call finished. So there's a few options. I was either going to polish it so it was a nice shiny polished aluminium piece, or I was going to powder coat it, probably try and match it up with the same colour that's actually on the bike. I'm not sure yet, but if you leave your comments in the box below, I will take it on board and I'll do another video just to let you guys know exactly what I ended up doing with that. Okay, thanks very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time you come along for the ride with Biker Budgee. Bye bye.